All right, hello. Welcome back, everyone, to another podcast. This is your boy, Yami Zami. And today, I think this is podcast episode number 3. First of all, I'm really sorry. I have not been pushing these out as much as I should. It's like half being nervous of just asking new guests because I don't really know a lot of the Smash players except like the first two. Well, not even the first two, like really the first one that I talked to. So today we have a new guest. His name is FOODICORN. I think I'm saying that right. It's a pretty cool username, I gotta say. I'm kind of like into usernames and stuff. So whenever I can think of a new one, I always like to change it or use it somewhere else. But yeah, FOODICORN, he's gonna be joining us in a little bit. And yeah, I just kind of want to talk to you guys about what I have prepared for him. But just a little, I guess, a summary of who he is. He's a CenCal Smash player, but he's up in Manteca, so it's like the 209, zone. And so pretty much I want to get to know him because I don't know him, and we could get to know him together. So that would be interesting. Just get to know about his Smash journey. What he's been doing. I didn't really find out about him until he hosted his own tournament, Super Smash Bros. Tournament, which was called Manteca Mania, and it seemed to be really successful. I just want to talk to him about Manteca Mania. How does he like being a TO, and like what made him want to become a TO too. He's also a streamer, but I've noticed that he really just streams Smash Bros, but I don't know if there's anything else. So these are just a few of the things that I kind of decided to write down so I could ask him later today, or in a little bit. Actually, he's gonna be letting me know when he's ready. But yeah, it should be pretty interesting, you guys. But yeah, without further ado, here's FOODICORN. There we are. Cool, man. So, what's up? How you been?
I'm pretty good. Just working 7 days a week for
Yeah,
3
you
weeks
told
straight
me.
now.
And are you gonna take a day off for your Manteca Mania?
Yeah, that I definitely have a day off for. I'm taking days off a lot this month actually, just for different tournaments. For
Oh,
Mania,
okay.
I'm planning to try to go to Smash at Stan, but I shouldn't have to take a day off for that one. I'm just gonna go right after work.
Okay, for sure,
Uh,
man.
I'm gonna try 2CC, Cow House for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to go to that one too. I like to go to all like the main ones.
Yeah,
Not.
definitely.
I want to go to yours because I haven't been to it.
Yeah,
So
the next one is gonna be April 29th. That one should be really hype. Like the last one was hype, but this one with the
yeah, I
Trouble with
saw
Woody
that.
money match,
Yeah,
yeah, that one's gonna be crazy.
for sure, bro. Well, I'm already recording, so this podcast is just like it's kind of Smash based, just because that's like almost everyone I know is like a Smash player, but at the same time I don't know anyone.
I
But
get you.
I'm in the scene of Smash, I guess. But I'm trying to evolve it into more like gaming news type, and do half and half. Maybe do it with you or with other guests and stuff, but. Yeah, man. So let me properly introduce myself. I'm Yami Zami, or you can call me Sam whenever you see me out there in the real world.
Got you.
But yeah, man. Um, cool. So I just want to get to know you and, kind of share your Smash journey, if you want to call it that, or if you do anything else, because I know that you stream and that you're kind of into like staying hydrated, right?
Yeah, that's like part of I mean, it was my motto. It still kind of is, but that
Mm-hmm.
was like a 2019 thing.
Okay, for sure. Well, I like that because I feel like a lot of people say it, but only a few really stay hydrated like
Yeah.
that. You know, and it's kind of difficult. I mean, when you're gaming, you kind of just forget your water's right next to you.
Yeah, a lot of people have that hydrated bot in their Twitch channels.
Oh, I think I've heard of it, but I don't. I need to get that one too. But yeah, you're a streamer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you could tell us about the previous Manteca Mania and the future one. Like, you could tell us more about that.
So the first one took, I want to say, like 2 months of planning.
Hmm.
I hosted a local before this, back in 2019.
Yeah.
But it kind of flopped really hard because the person I was hosting it with, who is no longer in the scene anymore,
Yeah.
their only job was secure the venue, and they didn't do that. They was supposed to be a monthly tournament, it ended up being
Yeah.
bi-monthly twice. Um, but for the longest time, I looked and looked and looked for a venue to host my own tournament because I figured, well, I did it twice, and I helped out with Fully Charged a couple times. Um,
Okay. Is that
and
another one
so
in Manteca?
that one it used to be a Tracy tournament,
Oh,
but
Tracy.
the venue shut down. So unfortunately, that one's no longer around.
Yeah.
Um, but I had been looking and looking and looking for a venue, and then finally I stumbled on War Torn Front, which is there in Manteca. Um, and they host quite a few tournaments. They just hosted one for Guilty Gear Strive, I believe.
Oh, I
Um,
think I saw that.
yeah,
I
Patrissimo just yeah, I think he believed yeah, I'm pretty sure he won that one.
yeah, I don't know so I don't know a lot about up there, like in Manteca, Modesto area, but I did see that this guy named Danny, he does like full combo esports. He said like, is there any FGC players over there? And someone mentioned this guy named like Miku or something, and that they were having a tournament right there at the War
Yeah,
Torn front.
yeah, I'm
I
pretty sure
think that
that's their
was it.
tag. I literally just followed them on Instagram because or not on Twitter to make
Yeah,
sure I
yeah.
don't like clash with their event.
Yeah, for sure. That's always like the thing you have to look out for. And it's that happened to me recently when I did one in April, like a weekly Friday one. No, I did a monthly Saturday, and I feel so bad, but I was like, it was like my birthday tournament, and I was like, well, I can't help it, you know. So it was my birthday
Oh
weekend.
yeah, it's not
Uh,
even your fault. It's hard to
yeah,
like coordinate that stuff.
yeah, but I talked to this guy. He was like, I think the region is big enough to have it have,
Yeah.
because I was thinking of like just having like a chill birthday and not even doing that, because as you know, it could be a little bit stressful and like a lot of work, so I was just like, oh, do I really want to do this? I mean, I'm gonna be the one like running everything, but I was like, I'm like, I want to share this with people and I want to have a good time with everyone. And this guy said that he already has people coming, so I was like, yeah, I should definitely just keep it up and, you know.
I would say the hardest part is literally just trying to get people to come to your tournament, and
Mm-hmm.
then after that, it's like cake. It's nothing. I mean, I think the only other hard part is getting people to bring setups, but most
Oh
people
yeah,
are down to bring their setups.
yeah.
So
Honestly, I have not said to anyone to bring a setup, and there's always like one person.
yeah,
That Saturday one, like two people brought a setup. And it was helpful. I said thank you, and I appreciated that they brought it, because the tournament went by a lot smoother.
yeah. It
So
helps
yeah,
having a lot of setups.
yeah, man. So continue on the Manteca Mania story. So you
Well,
so you found the
like
war torn front, and
yeah, I found War Torn Front. It took a minute to plan the first one
mhm.
because I had so much going on in March, and I was gonna shoot for February. But they run it's a card shop, and
Okay, for
they
sure.
were going to SAC Anime, I believe, or something like that, some kind of anime expo.
Yeah.
And so the weekend I originally was gonna plan to host it, they were gonna be gone.
Was it
And
March
then the
18th?
next it was like February 25th. And
Oh,
then
okay.
the second date I had was March. It was like the beginning of March, one of the first Saturdays. And then I ended up on March 18th. That's when I ended up actually hosting it, March 18th.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, for sure.
Um, but it took a minute to find like the correct date. And Carnage even told me, he was like, "Are you sure you want to announce it this early?" Because I announced it like I want to say 40 days in
You
advance.
did. I remember.
Like I remember seeing the little counter on when I published it, and I was like, "Oh wow, I really announced this early." But
Yeah.
I was just so excited. I was like, I finally got a venue.
Gotta
I
let them
finally have my
know.
own tournament.
Yeah.
Um, but the next part that went into it was because I haven't really explained this. So
Hmm.
Manteca Mania, the initials, I mean, everyone calls like Central Coliseum is CC,
Yeah, yeah.
or like other tournaments, like they do the initials. Manteca Mania's initials are MM.
Mm-hmm.
And so I wanted to make
M&Ms.
like a secret, like a little hidden joke of it. And so I wanted to do a money match as like a side
Oh, there
event.
you go.
And
Yeah, yeah.
so it was hard to find two people who were willing to do it because like it's hard to like artificially create a money match. And so
Right.
I went to Wuggles with to a tournament, and I was talking to him about it. I was like, dude, I'm trying to find people to do a money match, and he was like, I'll money match Cav. He was like, I'll do it. He was all
Yeah, yeah.
he was like, I beat him in sets in tournaments. I was like, he was all
He's like,
he always beats
that's
me in
easy money for
friendlies.
me.
Yeah, yeah. And then when it actually happened, Cav ended up 5-0ing Wuggles, and I was like,
Damn.
I felt so bad because it was like Wuggles' idea, and I thought, oh my god, like he wants to do this just for free money.
Yeah, he thought
And
at
then
least.
exactly,
That's
yeah.
so bad.
But Carnage genuinely helped so much for that first one, uh, because I had no idea who to go to for setups.
Yeah.
And originally, I was asking Raul, our dog,
Yeah, yeah.
but he ended up telling me that most of those monitors that go to Coliseum, Clash, those are all Carnages. Like not all of them, but a good portion
Yeah.
of them. Like I want to say Carnage brought like 6 or 8 monitors, like 6 to 8, something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And then he brought 6 switches. And then plus I don't have a picture of it, but if you've ever seen Carnage's stream setup, he wheels it
Oh, yeah,
in
yeah.
like a DJ case,
Dude, I
and
told them to set
oh
me
my
up with one of
god,
those. Those are so cool because
yeah,
yeah, so in March, I believe, yeah, we're in April. So in March, I also had a tournament that this school asked me to help them out, and I was like, okay, I'll go. And I took all my stuff, you know, I'm confident, you know, I took my laptop, you know. I usually stream from a computer, but I didn't want to take this computer all the way over there,
yeah,
especially like with the whole school internet issues, you know. Anyways, long story short, I took it and I ended up using one of their computers because my setup was like, it was good, but I think it was like their internet. It just wasn't working with my computer, and it just sucked having to put everything inside this little cart that I have. You know, it's easy to transport, but I was just like, dang, I really need to get one of those setups that Carnage has because it's just way easier. I could have just like closed everything and put it like the box right next to me, but now I have to worry about all my equipment being everywhere. And yeah,
yeah,
so I totally get that. And yeah, I gotta reach out again to tell him to send me that Amazon list. You know.
yeah. I kind of like asked him about it, like how he got all that stuff, and he told me
Mm.
most of that stuff he got off of like Mercari or
Oh, okay.
OfferUp.
Yeah, yeah. Like
So
market.
literally since then, I went to OfferUp, and I have like a list of monitors and stuff that I want to
Yeah.
buy off people. The hardest thing to find though is a DJ case because that's what he has. It's a DJ
Mm.
case, and I'm trying to find one just like his because the only other ones I found were like small. They were like so like teeny tiny, and
Yeah.
I want like one of those giant old school ones that he has.
Yeah. I think it's like, I don't know if it's like 2 by 5 or something, but it's pretty big.
Yeah,
Like
it's huge. And then he sets up like 2 screens in there for the
yeah.
stream. He'll set up his keyboard in there, and I believe he like when he packs up, I believe he just throws a bunch of stuff in there. But
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like it has like wheels and everything. He like wheeled it into
Oh,
the venue.
what? I have not
Yeah,
seen it with wheels. I've only
it,
seen it when he has to set up, and I'm just like, oh, that's cool because he has like the stream deck too.
yeah. I
Yeah.
got to see him set it up, and I got to see him take it down. And I remember in the middle of the tournament, I was just like amazed. I was all, how does he have all of this?
Yeah.
I had to ask him. I was like, how did you get this?
Yeah.
He's all, I
Yeah.
just
For
found it on
sure.
Mercari. He's all, I found it on Mercari for like $100. He was all, but they actually go for like 500. I was like, oh my
Damn.
god.
Yeah, that's how it
Um,
is. Like, you know, shopping online, especially like on Mercari, or I like Facebook Marketplace, but yeah, Mercari is
that's
good too.
that's the next place I gotta check because I at the moment I've only been looking on Mercari and OfferUp, and so far I've started my collection of monitors like he
Nice.
has
Yeah, yeah.
from OfferUp. I bought a $300 BenQ for $55.
Nice.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah,
It was such a good find.
and good condition too.
Great condition. Yeah, I've already
Sheesh.
tested it and everything. It's better than the one that I'm using right now. I've considered turning that into my monitor.
Yeah, I think the hardest part for me is finding monitors that are kind of all like the same quality, because
Yeah.
you don't want to be running like with different monitors, and then Like for example, I have like this one that's Dell, and then I have like this other one called Viewpoint, I think. And the Viewpoint one is much better than the Dell one. And so it's just like I like, the people who say that the monitor is like an issue, they want to play on the Viewpoint one and not on the Dell, and it's kind of
Yeah.
hard, like being like, okay, well, you guys pause here and wait for this guy to finish. So yeah, that's kind of like one of the things that you have to look for when being a TO, I guess. Having
Yeah.
those monitors, I guess.
Yeah, I try to just look for a 1 ms 60 hertz, and that's perfect
Yeah.
because Smash won't run any faster than 60 frames per second. So
Hmm.
as long as you can find 60 hertz, you're
Yeah, you're
good.
good. Yeah, that's good. Thank God it's not
Yeah.
like a crazy game, or like if it was on a
Yeah.
PlayStation, you would need like something better.
Because if we were running like offline Halo tournament,
Yeah.
they want like 120 hertz. That's
Yeah.
the minimum.
Yeah,
And those
that's
are
crazy.
expensive.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. That's cool, man. So, money matches. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you that you inspired me to because I wanted to have a Madeira locals like every month, and I had this one called Madtown Showdown, but I felt like having that one to be like a yearly one because I like the name and I thought it was special, So I was
Yeah.
thinking, man, I should have a monthly, because I want to start having like, because I usually have my tournaments on Fridays, and what ends up happening is that I have like kind of like small quantities because of players, because it's like at 5, and people are either barely getting off work or anything, and so it's usually just like young kids, which is fine. I'm not complaining about that, but I was like a monthly would be nice because I'm able to open it up to a lot more people that want to come to more tournaments. And so seeing Manteca Mania, I was like, why don't I make it like something like Madeira Madness, just because Manteca starts with the M, and I was like, I could work with that. But now that you say the money match thing, that is so cool too, honestly. I might have to incorporate something like that, before the tournament, have a little money match. That's really
Yeah,
cool, man.
it worked out kind of weird because so I actually did a kind of a consensus to
Hmm.
figure out the name because I had like
Yeah.
three or four. Let me go find. I sent it to like four different people or something like that,
Yeah.
and I was like, "What name do you think is the best for a tournament?"
I think that one's
And
good, bro.
it
I love
was
it.
uh,
Yeah.
it was Manteca Mania, uh, Foodies something. I'm trying to go back and find it right now.
Yeah.
Okay, it was Richie's Rumble because
Richie's Room.
that's my name. It was either Richie's
Oh,
Rumble,
okay. I thought you made
Man,
Richard or something.
Manteca Mania. I used to run an online tournament that I called Hydrating Smash,
Okay, for
or
sure.
it was gonna be Foodies Free for All, and it was like unanimously Manteca Mania. Everyone was like,
Yeah.
Manteca Mania is dope. They were like, make it Manteca Mania. So that's what it ended up being, and I'm honestly happy with it because
Yeah, it's awesome.
I feel like it just rolls off the tongue so well.
Exactly. And that's the same thing for me, like going with Madeira Madness. I think like the first 3 letters are like probably the most important when having
Yeah.
a name. Cuz I was thinking of, cuz there's Central Coliseum, and then there's CenCal Clash, and I wanted mine to be Madeira Conquest, right? To go off of that, and
Yeah.
I was like, nah, I'll make it like they have CC. I wanted something like that, so that's why I went with Madeira, and I kind of wanted to be kind of like easier for people, so they're not like, for example, CenCal Clash. You could think that's anywhere in CenCal, So I wanted
Yeah.
it to be kind of more pinpoint, Madeira Mania. What's in Madeira? Like instantly, you could either say yes, maybe, or no,
Yeah.
because you know where exactly where it's gonna be at. So, yeah, that's kind of like my thinking behind it, and I love coming up with names. Like for example, your username. I was thinking earlier how I like it, and I would like, how'd you decide on FOODICORN? Because it's pretty cool,
So
honestly.
that's a joke from middle. I'm 21 now. I'm only almost
Okay.
turning 22. This is a joke from all the way back in middle school.
Yeah.
It used to be my tag used to be this is very embarrassing. MCPE Noob 101 because I was so into Minecraft Pocket Edition.
Okay. Okay.
And um I used to I mean, when you're in like middle school and like that kind of stuff, you're going through growth spurts. You're eating a lot of food.
Yeah.
And so I made some dumb like little kid joke with my friends, and I was like, "I love food. I love to eat. I'm a foodicorn." Because
Mm-hmm.
I had some weird, ironic joke that I was into unicorns. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
somewhere in my storage, like I have a holographic picture of a unicorn actually.
Let's go.
Um, and it just I made that joke about me being a foodicorn, and it just kind of
Stuck.
stuck.
Yeah.
I ended up I was like, wow, that's a good gamer tag, and I ended up making that my gamer tag, and like it just became everything, and
That's
like
good, honestly.
no one has that name, so like
Exactly. That's what I love about it. I've never heard it, and it's such a good name.
yeah,
You know.
it's original. I always the way I explain it, a foodicorn is a unicorn made of all my favorite foods.
Okay.
So
What are
like I
those?
imagine like the horn, I imagine would be like a corn dog. And then like for legs, so like chicken wings. I love chicken wings. Chicken wings
Okay.
would probably be for the legs.
Okay. Chicken
Uh,
wings.
the tail would probably be made of like spaghetti noodles.
Okay.
I haven't really thought past that. I've always wanted to like, if I was an artist,
It's
I would
pretty
have just
cursed so
drawn it.
far, so
It's very cursed, yeah.
don't worry about that. You could go anywhere. Yeah, though that's pretty funny, bro. You should think about pizza. You like pizza?
Yeah, I love pizza.
You should do pizza toenails or something.
Uh, yeah, maybe little like pizza roll toenails.
Yeah. No, that's awesome, man. I love that. So yeah, props to you on that.
Thank you,
But
thank you.
kind of going back to Manteca Mania, like, um, just kind of like, so, what do you like being a TO so far? How's it feel? And like, um, what are you planning for this upcoming one? Because it's in 2 weeks, right? I want to go to that one. So I'm in Madeira, so for me it's like an hour drive, and I do want to go. So in 2 weeks I should be free. I know next week I'm busy, but in 2 weeks I should be good to go to that one.
Yeah,
Cause
it's like I want to say it's yeah, it looks like it's like 2 3 weeks away, something like that.
oh,
Like it's
okay,
pretty close. Um,
yeah, the farther the better. Cause yeah. Oh wait, no, 3 weeks, right? Cause in 2 weeks is the cow house. So yours
yeah,
is right
yeah.
after.
It's yeah, mine is April 29th. Theirs is the
Yeah.
23rd. So yeah, about 3 weeks.
Dang, bro, two awesome tournaments back to back. That's really exciting.
Yeah, I think everyone's gonna have a lot of there's gonna be so many good players coming out to Mania because everyone's gonna be so like pumped after Cow House.
Right.
They're gonna be
Yeah.
like, where's the next tournament? Where's the next tournament?
Yeah. 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 I want to have
Um,
one before, just so that if people want to grind, they could go to that for. But, anyways, yeah. So, how you like being a TO, and we could tell me about Manteca Mania too. How you feeling about that?
I love being a TL. Like
Mm-hmm.
like I said, I hosted an online tournament by the name Hydrating Smash.
Yeah.
I hosted a local a couple times before this, and like I like being a streamer, and I like playing the game, but I don't feel like I'm no humans, I'm no troubles or anything like or infamous.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't just go and win a tournament like in infamous.
Same.
This is I don't know if anyone really knows this. Infamous actually called out of work. He works down the street from me. He called
Oh,
out of
okay.
work that day to go to my tournament and then went and won. And he said he even told me personally, he was like, dude, he was like, I won more money from this than if I would have gone to work today. He was like
Yeah.
so happy off that. But I mean, seeing how happy everyone was with the event and hearing because like I heard people talking while I was hosting, like everyone was like saying like how good of an event it was, like that, right?
Yeah.
It literally made my heart like
That like fills your soul. I don't
yeah, it
know.
made
For
me
me,
so happy.
it like makes me feel because I like my job, but I'm not doing anything for anyone really. But when I have a tournament and people have fun, and like when I hear those comments, or like at least like when they're leaving, they're like, "Thank you for having a tournament. I really appreciate it," and things like that. I'm just like, damn, bro, it's been a pleasure, and like you want to keep it going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It um one of my goals with this was before Mania, the only tournament over here in the 209
Hmm.
is Central Coliseum and then Checkpoint. And Checkpoint just I think they just ran their last tournament. I'm not
Oh,
entirely
sick.
sure. And that one was at UOP in Stockton. And outside of that, there's like no 209 tournaments at all. Like all the tournaments are towards Fresno and like Madera and all that. And
Yeah.
what I really wanted was just to have another 209 tournament and be able to like get, because like I don't know, that's a long drive. Like I drove to Fresno one time for Clash. It was a
Yeah.
2 hour drive, and
Oh
then I had
yeah.
to drive 2 hours back.
Yeah, so it's like a
And
commitment, and that's why
it
I'm
is
saying the same thing. Like, I want to go to it, but man, it's like, I like for example, I'm like you. I know I'm not gonna win, but I want to go to be like with my people, like the people that play
exactly.
Smash and stuff.
Yeah,
So
I
yeah,
want to go out, and I go out to support, to
yeah,
just show my
exactly.
support and be with all my homies and like just have a good time.
Yeah,
And so but I wanted to put on a good tournament that people could come to from the 209. And this is like I'm not gonna drive all the way to Modesto to host a tournament, so I was
mm,
trying to get it as close as I can to
there
like
you go.
Fresno and all that.
Yeah,
um but I feel like it landed in a nice middle ground mostly.
mm,
um, but for the next one, that one I had been planning literally right after the first one ended. I was already ready. I was like
yeah, yeah,
on literally the day of like the first one, right after the tournament ended. I went up to the venue owner and I was like, all right, let's plan the second one. Like
yeah,
when can I host it in April? Like just because I wanted to have a head start because they host Magic the Gathering tournaments. They have that new Guilty Gear Strive tournament, and I know they do other events as well.
yeah.
And so I wanted to be able to get my event
Like set in
marked on their
stone.
calendar,
Yeah,
like yeah, set in stone, as soon as possible, so that way I don't miss out on that
mm,
chance. Um, but that first one, I literally like I almost broke down crying. I was so happy. Like
yeah.
I literally, if you ask Carnage, like I was like, dude, can I give you a hug? Like I was so happy with the way it
Dude,
turned out.
Carnage is such a he's such a good person, He's
He
like
is, he
the
is.
the best person ever. Like even when I was like every time I need help with anything, even like when I told him like should I cancel the tournament, he was like, well, it's not a bad idea, and I was like, oh yeah, but let me see what the people that are interested are saying me to are telling me to. So or like when it comes to like me reaching out about that setup that he has, he's always down to help, and that's so cool because a lot of people, they like if you ask anyone else, they're probably gonna react differently, act like we're taking something away from them, or like we want the easy way in or something. I don't know, like
Yeah,
because a lot of people are always like, oh, you have to put your time in, you have to do whatever, and Carnage
yeah,
is just like, all right, I got you, I bring my setups, being totally selfless, and super nice. So shout out to Carnage. Yeah,
yeah.
he's
He just wants to see the scene thrive. He's
yeah,
real for that.
exactly. Yeah, Carnage is cool, man.
But for this second one, unfortunately, he already told me like way in advance before I even announced it. He actually won't be able to make this second one,
Oh,
unfortunately.
dang.
So, I mean, obviously, I have a PC, but
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have an Ethernet, or not an Ethernet. I don't have a Wi-Fi adapter. I was just running off an Ethernet cable,
Mm-hmm.
and so I had to actually get a new adapter just to plug into my PC and like testing everything, and it works. I mean, I mean, clearly it works pretty well.
Oh, for sure.
So I'll be able to run a stream at the next Mania still.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the biggest issue I'm gonna have is just monitors. So I'm reaching out to literally like anybody and everybody that signs up and that I know has a monitor,
Yeah.
and I'm like, could you please bring one? Like I would be so thankful if you could. And so far I have like 5 or 6 setups like ready.
Yeah.
Um, I still have a lot of time till the next one, so obviously more people are gonna register, and then I'll have more people to ask. Um, but I think that's the hardest part for the second one. But
Yeah.
literally everything else is so smooth. Like when I announced the first one, I didn't have 15 people register off rip. And literally within the first like 2 3 days of me putting the signups up, 15 people registered. People were
Yeah.
like they were so happy
They're
to
excited
like
to
see
go.
another one. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think what helps is the venue itself is really big. It has a lot of space, And even Carnage, when he first pulled up to the first one, he was like, dude, when you told me it was in a card shop, he was like, I was thinking like everyone was gonna be cramped. He was like, you have
Yeah,
so much space here. He was
yeah,
like, I wish Clash was hosted at a place like this.
yeah. I
I
mean, you've seen Clash, right? It's super packed in
Yes,
there, dude. There's like way too many people for that one. I've been to like two of them so far, I think, and it's so hard to get in and out of there.
I won't even
Yeah.
lie to you. The last one I went to, where there was Melee and Ultimate, I
Hmm.
went there with my girlfriend and our friend,
Yeah.
and they both had to leave the venue. They were like, "It smells in here," and
Oh, that's the worst.
I was like, "It's not my
Yeah.
fault." Like,
Yeah,
I
you're like, it's
can't.
not me. It's not. I swear, it's not me.
I was like, I showered right before coming here. It's not me.
Yeah, bro. You just forgot the deodorant. You can shower,
Yeah.
but you forgot.
It's just, I mean, you can't really help that. Like, not every venue is perfect, but I guess I just
Yeah.
got really lucky with this one. And it helps that they have a lot of stuff there. I know Woody put a solid like $20 at least into there was a like a claw machine type game, except
Hmm.
it was one of those ones where
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
you want to fit like a key into a hole or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he spent like at least $20 on that thing trying to win a Switch. And
Yeah. No, I think someone says that they have arcade games, right?
yeah, they
Yeah.
do. I don't know if they unplugged them specifically because they didn't want to draw too much power at the first
Hmm.
Mania. But I want to see if I can get the owner to plug in at least Dance Dance Revolution
Yeah, that's super
because
fun.
they have DDR. They have like a couple like shooting games. They have like a
Hmm.
bunch of just arcade games in there, but they
Yeah.
just weren't plugged in. And so I'm hoping for the next one we can get the like a couple of them plugged in
At least
because
for a
that's
day,
just
right?
more, yeah, because that's more stuff for people to go and do.
Yeah. Yeah. Like while they wait for
Um,
their setups or something.
exactly, yeah. And
Yeah.
then they also have like because it's not just a card shop, it's also a retro game shop. So
Yeah, for
like
sure.
I didn't even know that at first. Like I thought this is just like a nerdy Magic the Gathering store, Yu-Gi-Oh
Yeah.
store. And then I walked to the back. They have PS2 games, GameCube games, Xbox games. They have an
Gee, they have
old
everything.
dude. They have the little zapper for Duck Hunt.
Oh, yeah, yeah. With
They
the
have
orange
that.
gun.
Yep. They have
Yeah.
old bundles. Like they have I think it was a Legend of Zelda like Wii bundle or something. Like
Oh,
like
nice.
just so many like cool little things like
Retro
that.
stuff, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean there's just a lot there for people to go and do while they're waiting for their sets.
Hmm. Or
Um
even after,
and
right?
yeah, exactly, exactly. And so the venue owner, his name's Chia. Chia was so happy with the way things turned out. He actually told me before the tournament, because I gave him a heads up. I was like, just so you know, there's about 50 people pre-registered,
Yeah.
and I'm not. I was like, so it's gonna get a little packed in here. And he
Hmm.
was like, yeah, yeah, that's fine, because we capped it at 80. Um, and he was like, yeah, that's fine. He was like, we have a cap for a reason. He was like, but we'll see if those people actually show up because we've had people say that 50 people are registered and only like 12 show up. And I was like, they're gonna show up.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
sure enough, they all showed up. He was so happy at the end of the event. He was like, he was ready to schedule the next one. He
For
even
sure.
invited me to, they're gonna open a new store in the Bay that he's in.
Oh,
And
cool.
he was like, if you want to come host a tournament over there, he was all, feel free. He
Yeah.
was so happy with the way it turned out.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, I'm hoping the second one reaches the same amount of entrants, if not close to, because the first one I advertised in like an insane amount.
Yeah.
Um, I put up flyers. I work at Dutch Bros, and I put up flyers on the windows. My
Oh,
boss
for
let me.
sure. Yeah. That's cool.
Um, I had flyers that I was just handing out to people to go like take to their businesses and put up. And so I don't know if anyone came from those flyers, but I was advertising like insane. And
Yeah,
this
man.
one, I haven't been as aggressive with the advertising for the second one,
Hmm.
but I'm hoping we can hit close to the same amount as we did last time, if not more. If we hit more, I'd be amazed.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess some advice I could tell you is to, ask Carnage if he could set you up like with a little advertisement right there at the cow house.
Yeah,
It's because it's just a week before.
yeah, I'm hoping he can because he actually there was a he created one. Oh shoot, my camera's a little
A little
weird. I
blurry.
don't know. But he
It's
actually
all good.
created an advertisement it was part of my flyer. It was just like the banner and like the top part of it that showed like when it was and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And he created that and was putting it into the CenCal Clash advertisement, Central Coliseum. And so I think a lot of people came from that. And
Yeah.
I'm really like thankful that he did that. I'm hoping he can get that done again at Cow House. That'd be sick.
Yeah, man, for sure. Well, I mean, reach out, because I mean, he can't read your mind, and who knows if he's gonna
Yeah.
watch this in time. So yeah, tell him, be like, hey, bro, could you put this in there? And I'm sure he'll. I mean, even if it's for a fee, it's all right. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I could tell he's always down to help the
Yeah.
community as a whole.
No, yeah, he's super cool, man. So yeah, I'm excited. I mean, I really want to go. I haven't. I don't really go to Manteca at all, but I play Yu-Gi-Oh, and there's a card shop at Modesto, so I could pass by there. That's like another plus for me, to
Yeah.
pass by that card shop. But yeah, man, cool. Well, I'm excited for that. I kind of just want to talk about yourself a little bit more. You could tell me, because we kind of skipped that. I went straight into the Manteca Mania, but I know that you stream, and so my question is, do you just stream Smash? Because I see that you play like Dr. Mario, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I've been playing him for like a week now. Just I don't know. It was like it started out as like for fun here and there, and then I
sucks.
played him one day, and I
Yeah.
don't know what happened. I just played him, and I beat someone's main. I forgot who. I'm pretty sure it was on stream too, and I was like, oh my god! I was like, I'm actually kind of good at this character, and then I
Yeah.
just kept playing him, and I've beaten quite a few people like their mains. I've beaten a Joker. I beat a Pyramithra with
Damn.
Dr. Mario, and I'm like, I'm beating the best characters in the game right now as one of the
Yeah.
worst.
No, sometimes it's just like who you're comfortable with. Because for me, it was Lucas, and I never liked to play Lucas or like Ness. And then one day I just picked him up, and I was like, "Dang, I actually like how this guy flows and everything." And I've just stuck with him, and yeah, man, that's cool. So what else? Is it just like strictly Smash? Is that like the only game you play, or do you like to play something
So
else?
at the moment, I'm gonna keep it to Smash.
Mm-hmm.
But I started streaming in 2019 when Ultimate first came out, and it was strictly just Smash, and that's where I
Okay.
built most of my community.
Yeah.
Um, and then I started branching out to other things. Like I did a couple of Minecraft streams. When Valorant came out, I was doing a lot of Valorant streams, and
Nice.
Valorant was fun for the most part, but it like I don't want to sound like everything needs to be views, but
Mm-hmm.
Valorant is a hard category to stream in
Yeah,
because it's
because there's a
so
lot of people.
oversaturated.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I like
Um,
so for I play Valorant. I love to play it, and it's like mainly what I stream right now because like I could play another game, but I just don't enjoy it as much. I don't know how to explain it. It's like, let's say I want to play like Rocket League, right? Because I
yeah.
like to play that game too, but I just feel like I'm wasting my time because I want to grind like Valorant more because I want to get a better rank or whatever.
I get you. Yeah,
So yeah.
you wanna play what's fun for you.
Yeah, and at the moment, it's Valorant. I've made it to gold, bro. I'm like trying so hard, but I solo queue, so it's difficult because sometimes I just get like people that don't use their utility or just a lot of different things. And
Yeah, Valorant's a crazy, crazy game. When it first came out, I'm not gonna lie to you, it was so fun, and it
yeah,
still is like fun.
yeah,
But
yeah,
like, I have friends that I got into the game, and so, like they have played way after me. Like,
yeah.
I don't play that game anymore. I got over it because a lot of people that play that game now, they came from CS:GO, and
Oh, that was
CS:GO
me.
players,
Yeah,
their aim is insane, and
yeah,
a lot of people tell me, oh, it's because they're pre-firing. It's because they're pre-firing. I've tried to pre-fire, and I don't know. Maybe my crosshair placement just isn't there.
yeah,
But I feel like anytime I pre-fire, it just doesn't work, and then I end up dying.
yeah. No, it's
Um,
crazy. Some people are just like, I don't want to call it luck, but it's just insane. Sometimes people just like they pick a corner and they just like there's like a split second and it feels like longer, but they kill you so fast.
yeah,
That's what happened to me. Like literally, like when like before we started this, I was playing 2 games of Valorant, and yeah, it was just like there was this one guy on the other team, and that's what happened to me. I think right now in Valorant, a lot what is happening is that you have people that are like diamond or like much better players, and they're playing like with their silver friends and getting them up, and
There's a lot of Smurfs in that game. Like I
yeah,
know from personally, a few of those friends who I got into the game, they have like 2 or 3 Smurf accounts each,
yeah,
and like
it's
they
tough.
even one of my friends, he has a list of everyone's passwords and usernames, like all of his friends, including
Yeah.
mine, and he
Just in case
will
his gets
go.
banned.
I don't even know if it's that. It's just he gets bored playing on like his main account and he doesn't want to D-rank, that he just goes and plays on someone else's account.
Yeah.
And I mean that's cool, but I'm just not into the game like that. Like
Yeah, yeah.
I was at the beginning when it was in beta and when it came out of beta, but there were just certain things that I just could not like put up with. Like I know for the longest time there, I don't know if it's still like this. You just get flashed every time. Like you
Oh,
turn a
yeah.
corner, flash.
It's
Turn a
hard,
corner,
yeah.
flash. And it's like if you're not getting flashed, like there's like all of a sudden you're getting a smoke spawned on you or something, and like
Yeah.
there's just random little things. And I know like a lot of people talk about like it's just kind of becoming like Overwatch. Like it's just really, really, really chaotic. But I
I
don't
don't
agree
it's
with that.
cool. I
I
don't know.
don't.
It's like I get you though, because sometimes they use like 3 ultimates on you. You have like the Killjoy, the thing that if you get trapped, it's bad. Especially, and then there's this new agent that stuns you. There's this guy named Harbor, and he has like this big old wave circle, and like
Yeah,
every like 3 seconds, it stuns you too. And like when you have those 3 things going on, you just don't know what to do, and yeah, you just like you just take your hands away from the mouse and keyboard.
literally. It's almost like I've seen videos of it, and because I stopped right when I want to say a little bit after Astra came out
Hmm.
and before Chamber came out. I want to say there was a character in between that. It was after Yoru. After Yoru came out, I want
Oh,
to say.
okay.
Um, and I've kind of seen videos and people are like, it's almost like getting frame trapped in Smash, but like it's worse because like you I mean you have time before the Killjoy ultimate goes off and you have
Hmm.
time before some of these abilities go off, but sometimes there's so many things going on at once you just can't do anything. I mean it feels like
Yeah.
you can, but you just can't. At
Hmm.
least like the way I see it, Alex, at least in Smash, when you get frame trapped you're like, okay, I got frame trapped, like that
It's like
was
a
on me.
one-off time or anything like that, right?
Yeah.
You like avoid it the
um
next time, but yeah, Valorant is just yeah. I get it. I mean, it happens and you get annoyed, but at least for me, the way I've started playing now is kind of just like when these abilities turn on, like just retreat, get away from
yeah.
that, and then take your time coming back into like the site or whatever, because I'm trying to get better at it, but it's just like I'm telling you, half the time it's like it's either me doing bad, it's just not my day, or like my teammates are just messing around, and
Yeah,
yeah,
it's a very, very, very patient game.
yeah,
And I honestly I think that's one of my worst attributes is I just don't have the patience for that. I
yeah.
can't sit there like I've seen clips of people literally standing there
Oh yeah, they're just
for like
like back
a
and
solid like
forth.
minute,
Yeah, yeah.
like, and then all of a sudden they come out and then they're just dead. Like who was
Yeah.
still watching that angle after like a solid like minute and a half? Like who does that? But they just
Yeah.
were because everyone's so patient in that game.
No, I get that, because I remember when I first started, I wanted to unlock Omen, right? Because I thought he was
Yeah.
cool. So I unlock him, and then I'm playing him, and I don't know anything about Valorant. I came from CS:GO, and like CS:GO is very different because you don't have to play like you can set up a smoke, but it's like for yourself. And so this game is very different because you have to like set up a smoke for your teammates or things like that. And I remember they would be like, "Why aren't you smoking here? Why aren't you doing this? Smoke for me here." And I'm like, "What the hell, bro? You can't tell me what to do." And so I was like searching up characters that could heal themselves, and then it was Phoenix, like the one that I liked, that I felt was really good. And so I picked him up, and I started feeling much better because people weren't counting on me for anything, just except
Yeah.
entering, which is what I like to do. And so yeah, I kind of moved on to different characters. I like Harbor, the new water guy. That's Harbor, and then Reina's cool, and the Gecko guy. He's super fun.
Seen him. He actually seems pretty fun.
Yeah, yeah. No, he does flashes, stuns, and then like a molly. Which if you play all that right, it's uh, you could do a lot of cool plays. And then his ultimate is it's so crazy. Like getting it used on me, I just run away from that thing because as soon as you get stunned, bro, you walk so slow, and they just
Yeah.
come up to you with a knife and stab you to death.
Yeah, and then you feel bad. You're like, oh wow, I just got stabbed of a
Yeah,
kill.
just want to quit the game, forfeit the next round.
Literally.
No, yeah, it's a fun game, but just like you, it recently I did get really annoyed of it, just because of I got to gold and then I started like losing all my games, and I'm just like, bro, I'm done playing this game. But
Yeah,
I started playing it again because I like, what else am I gonna play? I guess
I get
because
that.
yeah, I mean I want to play Smash. Actually, I just got some GameCube controllers from Salty. Yeah, I got
Okay, nice.
I don't know what they're called. I don't think they're called because there's like the T3 one, which is like
Or
on
are
the
they
motherboard.
fobs?
The fobs are more expensive, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they're the other ones. It's like I forgot what they were called, but they're just good controllers. And I've been
Yeah.
trying. I want to get better at the game, so I'm like pro controller. Let's get it, So I got a GameCube controller, and I got another one that I kind of want to raffle off. Just to have fun.
Okay,
Uh,
nice.
so yeah, man, because that's always fun. Having people get excited for raffles. That's what I did at
Yeah.
the high school tournament. I took like this Mario and Luigi controllers and some Funko Pops that I just had laying around that I haven't opened. And yeah, it was cool. It just sucks how sometimes you have those people that you're giving this away, not because like you have to or anything, but it's just for fun. And
Yeah.
then like the Funko Pops, for example, there was a little kid. Man, I hope I don't want to get this Funko Pop or something. And then he wins it because the other two controllers were already taken. That he's just like, kind of like, um, being like ungrateful. It's just like, bro, just take the
I
Funko
get that.
Pop. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, like at least you won something.
Yeah, like give it to your mom or I don't know. Just take
Yeah.
it. You don't have to say. You don't have to like spread the negativity or I don't know. That's how I take it. It's just like annoying and extra, but
I
yeah,
get you.
it's whatever. I don't care.
It's
But
one of
yeah,
those things
man.
like experience it and then just move on.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, but I'm planning on giving that one away. But yeah, shout out to Salty. Really hooked me up with that one.
Yeah,
I mean, I
that's
bought
the
it,
point.
but but yeah,
CenCal's official controller modder.
yeah, bro, that's cool, man. Um, yeah, man. Well, so this is just Smash right now. That's what you said. That's what we decided, right?
Smash. Pretty,
For
yeah, pretty much just
streams.
Smash. I mean, I used to stream Melee here and there. I might
Mm.
do that again, but the only thing with Melee is the last time I played Melee was that last Clash where they did Melee and Ultimate,
Mm.
and I at that tournament it was a real like realization point for me
Okay.
because my hand started hurting
Oh crap.
afterwards, and I went and I started talking to Dre about it, and I even showed him like where my pain was. He was like, dude, that's exactly where my pain's at. He was like, you're getting it too. He's like, you're getting carpal tunnel. And I was like,
Mm.
oh. And like I kind of knew it was gonna happen eventually because I play Spaceys. I play Falco Fox,
Yeah.
and there's just your inputs have to be so fast. And that's who I played that day. I played Falco, pretty much all Falco,
Yeah.
and I was actually going kind of off. Like I beat a few people. That was the first time I entered a melee bracket, and I won a couple sets.
Yeah.
But I literally after the bracket, my wrist and my hand started hurting, and it was a realization point for me. I was like, maybe I shouldn't play this game. Like it's
Mm.
part of it is when I went to Genesis 8, yeah, Genesis 8, I entered Melee and Ultimate there as well. And I fought one of these top players. I completely forgot his tag.
Yeah.
And I asked him afterwards, I was like, do you think I'm on the right path? Like, I've only been playing for a year now, and I want to keep doing this, but I don't know. Like, do you think I'm doing good? Like, is there anything I should work on? And
Yeah.
he was like, dude, you're doing great. He was like, for only playing a year, he was like, you're literally like so far past where I was after a year. He was like, give it 7 more years and you'll be winning tournaments. And I was
For sure.
like
That's awesome.
7, but I mean, it was cool.
The 7 years.
But like, what really stuck out to me was I was like, am I
Yeah.
gonna play this game for 7 years, like as a loser, until I finally like win something?
That's kind of
Like,
messed up. I don't know if he was being like sarcastic now.
no, he was being serious. He was actually like, he was serious. He was a really, really kind person.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's just how it is in Melee. Like, you can't win a tournament unless you've played for like 4 or 5 plus years, and like that, like with Ultimate, I mean, it's not the same. Like, it's working on your mental, it's working on like your actual gameplay itself,
Yeah.
but it doesn't take 7 years to win a local. Like,
Yeah.
that's
Like you
insane.
do your research in Ultimate, you like find out like the hitboxes and all like your matchups and stuff like that, and like having all this knowledge helps you, go up against like rivals or whatever, like your
Yeah,
opponent, new opponents, and mental. It's like adapting and keeping yourself cool, like in the heat of the moment and things like that.
yeah. In
Yeah, I
Melee, I
get
feel
that.
like a lot of it is training your hands to go faster and faster and faster.
Yeah. And so, is there? I mean, I know you kind of said that it was kind of like clarity that you probably don't want to play that game. But is there anything you could do so your hands don't hurt? Like stretches or something?
You can, and like I've heard a lot, like Parker Ranch Raccoon, he showed me these like quite a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, go like this, like that's one you want to do it for like a solid, like just like a regular, like you're stretching your body.
Yeah, yeah, just stretches.
And then you could do it like the opposite way. Um, there was another one he showed me, but I completely forgot what it was.
Yeah.
Um, but it's just things like that. But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in general, there's so many injuries, like hand injuries, when it comes to Melee, that I feel like it's not worth it
Worth it,
to me
yeah.
at least. It's not worth it to me at least.
No, I
Like,
get it.
it's a
Yeah.
fun game, and I got good at it just because I wanted to. Melee was my very, very first Smash game, and I wanted to
Yeah.
come back to it one day. And when Slippy came out, I was like, "This is it. This is my moment. Like, I can
Yeah.
finally play this game." And it's a really, really fun game, but it is so hard to play well. I would say the only thing for anyone who's trying to play Melee good, just buy a box. Just get a
Mm-hmm.
box, and then you're good. Because box controllers, like, there's a reason they're so they're getting so popular. I don't know if you know the story of like Hacks. He um he used to play on a GameCube controller. He was one of the better Fox players in the world,
Mm-hmm.
and he did like in his own words, he did the most perfect wave shine that is he's ever done, that anyone's ever done. And it actually, he blew out his wrist, and he went to the
Damn.
hospital,
Yeah.
and they told him that he uh he had literally no cartilage around like his, I want to say around his wrist or around his thumb or something, like
Yeah.
zero cartilage, because he just destroyed his hands playing Melee. And so that's why he helped develop the box,
Yeah. To
because he
help.
needed a controller that he
Oh.
could play on.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Damn.
yeah, so definitely. And then he took top 8 in Genesis 7, I think. I think it was Genesis 7.
Mm-hmm.
He top 8'd with a box controller, and even I think he beat Leffen. So like, clearly a box controller is possible to do well on, at least in
Mm-hmm.
Melee. So anyone trying to get good at Melee, just get a box. It's not worth it training on a GameCube
Mm-hmm.
controller, because you will hurt yourself legitimately.
Yeah. No, I think I've seen players even play like with box controllers on Ultimate, and like
Yes.
because there's buttons that you can use to go down. You know, it
Yeah,
just.
the it's a lot easier to do certain inputs.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know ESAM at the moment, he's been training on a box for a while.
Yeah.
Um, but my thing is I haven't seen a good ultimate box player. And like maybe ESAM will change that stigma,
Mm.
but I at least me personally, I'm happy with my GameCube controller. I love my GameCube controller,
Yeah.
and that's what I want to play on. And
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I'm happy just sticking to Ult. I'm better at that game anyways.
Yeah, and, well, yeah, for me, I just like the whole customization part. I feel like
Yeah.
your controller can say a lot about yourself if you customize it. You know, show like the things that you like and stuff. So that's like why I wanted mine. And yeah, I mean, I started small right now, but in the future, I want to buy like new buttons and things like that, so I could customize it, make it look cool. I think
Yeah.
Man's has like a skyline one. That one's pretty sick.
Yeah, my
Um,
controller actually has I don't know if you can really tell. It has like sparkly like glitter buttons sort of.
oh yeah, I thought it was brown at
Um
first, but
and
I
then
see.
that's like
Cool.
the only, and then it has a paracord.
Yeah. Oh, I want that. I need to do that stuff.
Yeah, this one I bought off of a Twitter modder
Hmm.
because it was when I was getting so into Melee. I thought, well, for one, I have like four GameCube controllers. This is like my fourth or fifth now.
Yeah.
And the last one that I was using for Melee, but because Melee is so heavy on inputs and everything, I basically destroyed that controller. Like within 6 months or so, that
Damn.
controller had like terrible snapback. The
Like the shell
stick,
was broken, probably.
the shell wasn't broken, but the
Oh.
control stick was completely bald. Like there was no grip on the control
It
stick anymore.
was like cutting your
Even
thumbs as you moved it.
Yeah, this one's getting to that point, but
Mm.
not as bad because I stopped playing Melee for so long, and
Yeah.
I only played so it's not as bad, but it's starting to slowly get there. But it also has notches. It has
Okay.
wave dash notches on the control
Yeah,
stick
yeah.
gates.
No, but
Um,
that's a cool thing though. Like, let's say that thumbstick breaks or like, it's ugly. That's what I like about the game controllers. That you could just buy a new one and like
yeah,
put it, and you know you could have your boy Salty fix it up for you.
yeah. I was gonna say personally, I would have Salty do that because I
Yeah.
tried on my second GameCube controller. I tried to change the control stick. This was in 2020. I tried to
Mm-hmm.
switch the control stick on stream, and after I got the control stick switched and everything, I went and I started using it, and it had snapback. I don't know
Mm.
what I did to the controller. All I did was change the control stick, but
Yeah.
I broke something in it, and
Dang.
all of a sudden there was like terrible snapback. So I had to buy another one. That's the one that I destroyed on Melee, the one
Mm-hmm.
that I bought after that. Um,
Okay, for sure.
but yeah, definitely. When I have a new control stick to switch for this one, I'm having Salty do it, not me.
Yeah.
So
No, me too.
I'm
I
not good
don't.
enough.
I mean, I could do it. Like for example, my brother-in-law wanted me to like fix like the charging port of his daughter's Switch, and I saw that you have to do like some soldering and stuff. I'm like, look, bro. I mean, I could buy this equipment, and I like to do it, like, and I like to learn, but I'm probably gonna mess it up, and it's not gonna come out right. So I'd rather just recommend you someone that can do it. And
Yeah.
this, I feel like I save my time too. You know, like that's why, like even like with my GameCube controllers, I just got them, but in the future, I'd rather just let someone do it right and you know support them, you know
Yeah,
build
definitely.
their brand up and stuff instead of me doing it myself and messing it up or something.
Yeah, you don't have that risk. Whereas this is someone that's like trained.
Yeah, yeah, and you know you're supporting a friend, so why not? Yeah, my first GameCube controller was actually a battery one, like the wireless one,
Oh, like
because
a
I
Power A.
yeah I tried to learn or like get used to it because I like the just like the pro controllers.
Mhm.
I'm just more comfortable with that coming from like PlayStation and stuff. So I thought that was really cool. But I like the whole like GameCube like community controller community. You know, it's just
Yeah,
like they have all this stuff, and I'm like, damn, bro, I'm left out. So I got that one, and then I was like, Salty, can you fix this stuff for me? And he's like, oh, I don't have that much experience on those. Like, it has to be like a regular one with the wire. And I'm like, all right, that's
yeah,
the one I'm gonna get. And then yeah, so he put that out, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna buy two. You know, give one away and have my GameCube controller going. But yeah, right now I have a silver one like yours. I think yours is silver, right?
mine is a white. It's a
Oh,
Smash
okay.
4 white one.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Yeah, mine is the one I'm gonna use is a silver one, and yeah, I just can't wait to customize it. I'm really into that. Like, I don't know what I can show you that I have customized, but I really like to, you know, customize things. It's fun. Like my keyboard, for example, it's kind of customized to have like those different
Oh,
buttons.
nice, nice. Mine
Yeah.
doesn't have different buttons, but I have because I have a Razer keyboard, and
Okay.
I have all the lights like set up a different
Oh yeah,
like
yeah.
way.
No, this one can do it, but I lost the handbook, so I probably have to just search it up.
Oh,
But I just left it like this because I actually just got my setup like back again because I used to stream like in 2020, I believe. Yeah,
mhm.
2020. I started streaming, but then I sold my computer for a Mac, and just because I wanted to do more YouTube content, and I have an iPhone, so I could just transfer the files easier.
Yeah,
And yeah, I just recently got this one, and I'm happy with it, dude. It's so cool. I mean, I could play Valorant, and I'm not glitching out, so
yeah,
that's good, honestly.
yeah.
But
I
yeah,
love my
man,
PC.
cool, bro. Yeah, that's awesome. Um, I guess just, I mean, we kind of talked a little bit about how you play Smash and Melee, well, Ultimate and Melee, right? But I don't know if you want to start from the beginning. You know, tell the people how you started, really, and how it's going right now.
So, in like Smash as a whole is something I
Yeah,
played like since a kid, like with
yeah,
my friends and stuff.
right.
Um, like Melee was my first one. I played with one of my friends who lived like upstairs in our apartments from me.
Mm-hmm.
Then Brawl, I played with all my cousins and my family. Smash 4, I played with my brother and with a few friends from school, except I didn't have the Wii U version.
The
I had the
3DS.
3DS
Let's
version.
go.
And
That's what's
so
up.
I would go and my friends would go to school with our 3DSs and
Yeah,
we would be playing Smash 4. And then
that's the
um,
same, bro.
when Ultimate came out, so anytime I played online in Smash 4, I
Hmm.
lost. I was terrible in
Oh,
Smash
okay.
4. So when Ultimate came out, I was like, I'm gonna get good. Like
Right.
I want to win.
Yeah.
And I just started practicing and like, um, I for a little bit of context. So I have these friends that I made on Overwatch,
Hmm.
and one of them ended up living in the same city as me and my other friend
Oh,
who I
that's
played
cool.
with. And so that guy Josh, and then his cousin Beto, and then my friend Noah, we all just kind of like started practicing together on Ultimate.
Hmm.
And Beto and Noah, they already had Smash experience, like genuine experience. Like they knew a bunch of like top players. They like knew like all this different tech and like in general just how to play the game.
Yeah.
And my first character in Ultimate was actually Inkling, and I was dedicated. I was like, I'm gonna get good. I wanna like figure out this game good enough. And then I ended up
Yeah.
actually that's when I stumbled on tournaments and I was like, there's tournaments for this game? I was like,
Right.
what? And then that's when I found out about Fully Charged because my brother at this point I was not in high school anymore. Like I was going to like a different school.
Hmm.
And my brother, he came home from school one day with a flyer. He's all, I found this flyer for a tournament. There's a tournament here in Tracy. He's like, we have to go. It was at the mall, and it was in like a month or something like that.
Yeah.
And so I started practicing and practicing and practicing. And that
Grinding.
first tournament I went to was like a wake up call. I was like, this is where I'm at. Like I am
Yeah.
terrible. I was like, I just want to be good.
Yeah.
And like the guy who won that first tournament isn't even he wasn't even a good player. He was just like some dude playing Young Link.
Hmm.
Um, so I just kind of kept playing Inkling for a little bit, and then I don't know how. Oh, that's what it was. So my friend Beto, him and I were planning for the next Genesis. We were like, we're gonna play doubles together,
That's
and we
cool.
both played Inkling. So we thought, well, one of us should play a different character because why are both of us gonna play Inkling?
Hmm.
And he suggested one of us should play Pikachu or Pichu,
Hmm.
and I was like, well, I'll try Pichu. And I tried him out. Originally, he was just going to be a doubles character, and I played him so well, he ended up becoming my main, and I just like me and Pichu, we just like connected. It was like that. This
It
is
was
my
meant to be.
character.
Your
Yes, it was
soulmate. Your soulmate.
literally, and it was so crazy. I just kept playing him and playing him, and then those friends, Beto, Noah, and them who used to beat me over and over and over and over. Eventually, I was beating them
Let's
over and over and
go.
over. And then
Yeah.
they were that guy who won that very first tournament I went to. I started beating him. And
Nice.
so that's when I saw like the improvement, and I
Mhm.
was like, okay, I need to keep doing this. Like this is clear. Like this is a good sign.
Mhm.
Um, those friends who I was always practicing with, they stopped playing because almost pretty much
Cause
because of me,
yeah,
and like I felt so bad.
I feel them, bro.
I felt so bad,
Yeah.
but I had to start playing different characters against them. But at that
Okay.
point, it was too late. It was too late. I had
Yeah,
already
they were
like
done.
I
Or like you already
improved.
knew like the
I knew how to
basics
play the
on.
game,
Yeah.
the basics and everything, and so I would
Yeah.
play
Yeah.
against them as Dr. Mario when I was still playing him for fun, and I
Yeah.
was still beating them. I would play Inkling again. I was beating them. Uh, I was playing when I picked up Sheik for the first time. My Sheik was terrible. I beat nobody with my Sheik, but I
Mhm.
beat them, and they were just like they were so upset. And this
Yeah.
was when Sheik was still bad, and I just kind of kept going and sticking with it, and then I would always watch Void, and like the way I improved was not like it was definitely going to tournaments,
Mhm.
but the way I see improvement is you can't win until you get your ass beat.
Right. Well,
And
yeah.
so I uh was going into different like big streamers. I was already subscribed to Void, and he would do these random like sub games basically.
Mhm.
And I remember I actually won one of those sets against Void. It took like
Gee.
3 tries, I want to say,
Mhm.
but then I ended up beating him. I beat his Sheik as Pichu.
Nice.
And this was after main stage, so this was after his Sheik was good. Like, and so it was just amazing. It was online, and so I kind of discredit the win myself. Even
Mhm.
it didn't
No, you
feel
got
like a
that
real
fair and
win,
square, man. Come on.
but yeah, I got that. I got one on Larry Lur too.
Oh, nice.
Um, and then outside of that, I didn't get any more. But like, there was a tournament in Fresno back in 2019, I think. It was Central. Oh man, I forgot what it was. It was like a $1,000 or no, it was a $10,000 pot bonus tournament.
Gee.
And I remember Larry Lur
10,000?
came
What the
out.
heck? Oh,
Louis
that's
Money
crazy.
came out. I really wish I remember the name, but Best Ness came out when he was still Best Ness. That's how long ago this was.
Yeah.
Send came out, and I got to play him as my round two, and I beat his Ness as Pichu. I beat his Ness so
Damn.
bad, he pulled out Rob, and then he ended up beating me. He ended up
Oh,
beating me like completely in the set.
damn.
But
Yeah.
his Rob was insane. Like I didn't even know he had a Rob. I was like, oh my god, it was insane. Cool guy. Like he was towering. He's a very tall person. I'm
Oh,
like
okay.
5'6.5". He was like towering over me.
Just
So
looking down.
I was like, GG's, bro. Um,
You're
but
Pichu compared to
yeah,
him.
but
Pichu sized.
then Louis Money. I think that was my first time meeting Louis Money,
Mhm.
and I played a money match against him, and after that, I saw him like at almost every tournament I went to. He was just everywhere.
He was stopping
And
you? No.
yeah, but every time I saw him, I would money match him. And then eventually he started like he caught on, like he realized who I was. And then I went
Mhm.
to 6 rugs in a bracket, which was a tournament in I think Mountain View. That one's no longer a thing anymore. That was pre-COVID. And I was gonna money match him, and he was like, "We could just play friendlies."
Yeah.
He was
He's like, you don't
so
have to
like
pay me no more.
over. Yeah, he was like, "You don't have to pay me to beat you."
Yeah.
Um, but those sets genuinely helped me get so much better, and like he taught me things that I didn't even know were possible. Like,
Mhm.
for example, like Fox Nair. Everyone thinks Fox Nair is just safe on shield, and against Pichu, it's not. It's like
Okay.
it's really not. Like if I time it correctly, I can punish his Nair on my shield.
Yeah.
And so there's just certain things like that that I learned. I couldn't have learned if it weren't for losing to these top players.
Right.
Um, and like going to tournaments is cool, and I like fighting some of these people. Like I fought Mero like a ton of times. I don't know if you know Sir Squinty. He used to he's retired now,
Mhm.
and he used to be at a ton of tournaments, and I have a few set wins on him, and that was cool. And but like actually sitting down and practicing the game with people who can beat you
Yeah.
is such a better way to practice. He would host these
Yeah.
he called them the Squinty House Invitationals,
Okay.
and it was just a bunch of people. It was easy peasy, my crew, and then it was Love when Love was still a thing. It was like Infamous, Wabi, um, there's just a bunch of like good players in CenCal, and
Yeah.
we would go to Squinty's house and we would just practice. And the games that I learned the most from were from fighting people like Wabi, uh, Infamous, and just people who can beat me.
Yeah.
Because once you see yourself getting, like, you go from being three stocked by them to when you see yourself taking a stock, then you see yourself taking two
Yeah.
stocks, then you see yourself taking a game. That's how you know you're improving.
Yeah. Yeah. Like you
But
see,
like,
like the like what's not working, and you kind of like
yeah,
work around that, and then you could use that on other games. Yeah, bro. I definitely get you. And then like, um, a lot of the times when you lose with someone, they kind of just turn to you and tell you like, "Oh, you could do this," you know? Like
yeah,
you already lost, but it's like a lot of people in the Smash community are always like willing to kind of just tell you like what you could do different or what you could try. You know,
yeah. That's
I feel like that's kind of what happens sometimes, unless you have like a mean person or like someone who just doesn't care. They just like leave or yeah. But a lot of people are always down to like tell you how to improve. I feel like.
yeah. A lot of people in the Smash community. That's one thing I really love about the Smash community is
Hmm.
everyone. I think it's just the FGC in total, in its entirety.
Yeah.
But I don't play other fighting games like that.
Uh huh.
But the Smash community, everyone's so down to help each other get better because
Hmm.
they just want to see improvement. They want to see the community grow with them, so that way they have more of a
Yeah.
challenge to fight.
And especially
Um,
like with these tournaments happening, like even yours, you know, is like you want to see like that person that you beat or that beat you, you know, do good in the tournament, you know, cheer them on, like you know who they are,
yeah,
right? And if they make it big, like you know them, and it's just like
exactly.
you feel good that you were there for them instead of like being sour about it, or I don't know,
Yeah,
just like the opposite. Which I'm not saying that people that I know are like that, but I know like that they could be out there.
yeah. A good
Yeah.
example of that is I don't know. Have you heard of Apollo Kage?
Yeah.
So he actually some people don't believe me about this, but I found proof. He actually used to come
Okay.
into my stream,
What?
and I remember the first time I met him, like in real life, was
Yeah.
Genesis 7, and I was there because Genesis is they have like a 24-hour venue.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was there at like 1 in the morning just playing
Just grinding.
with one of my friends,
Yeah.
and this dude, this random dude who I never met in real life, comes up to me and he's all, "FOODICORN?" He's all, "Are you FOODICORN?" And I
Hmm.
was like, "Yeah, who are you?" And then he turns around, he is wearing this jersey and it just says Apollo Kage on the back. And
Yeah.
I'm like, who is this guy? And I was like, "I'm so sorry, like I'm really bad with names." I was like, do you come into my stream? He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "I've been in your stream a few times." He's like, "I follow you." He was like, "I really wanted to get some games with you. Could we money
Hmm.
match?" And I can't remember who won that money match. It was so long ago now, but I remember we were playing and he was just like, "Could I talk to you like while we play? Is that cool?" And I was like, "Yeah." Um, he was like telling me how he's like number one in Missouri and like all this stuff, and
Yeah.
uh, I was just like blown away. I remember seeing his snake then, and I was just like, "Wow, this dude's crazy! Like he
Yeah.
has an insane snake." And then seeing him at this last summit, I was just mind blown. Like this is someone I met. This is someone I
Yeah.
know. This
Yeah.
is
That's cool.
someone who follows me on Twitch, and I'm just like, wow.
You're just
Like,
there.
yeah, yeah. I'm
No, that's
just sitting there,
cool,
like,
man.
sitting there in awe, watching my computer screen, just like, and like even my girlfriend, like because I've gotten her into Smash, and
Yeah.
like watching and stuff. Like we were just watching it together, and we were just like cheering him on. We're like, "Hey, let's go,
Yeah.
Apollo."
Yeah.
It was just insane. Like I'm happy to have known someone like that.
Yeah. And especially so early on, like Genesis 7. What is that like
That was
4 years ago?
20. Yeah, that was 2020
Oh, so like three,
through
three
three.
ish.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
but
That's cool.
yeah, it's nice
So
seeing
so you've been
someone
playing for a
improve.
long time, huh? Yeah, I
I
feel like
have. I have.
yeah, like I've played for a while too. Like since I was little, you know, playing on the 64, playing Melee, you know, on the GameCube. I never got to play Brawl, but when Smash 4 came out, I was playing on the 3DS too, and I made Robin at the time. When Smash Ultimate came out, it just seemed like another version of the game, but with more characters. So I was like, it's like whatever. I already played it a lot during high school, and so I didn't play it a lot. What really made me become like want to get better at the game is that there was like a coaching position available for high school, and I was just like, oh, you know, I want to do this, and I should get good at the game, kind of like understand it more than I already do. So that's what made me really want to like start like learning the game and figuring out like the mentality and stuff, like because it's not just getting better, because like you can get better, but if you have like a bad mindset, you're gonna lose,
Yeah,
so you kind of
yeah. A
have to
lot of
like,
it is a
yeah,
mindset.
yeah. So yeah, and now I coach these kids, and they're doing some of the, like there's kids that come in not knowing anything about the game, and that come in trying to play like meme characters is what they call them. So it's like Dr. Mario, for example, or like We Fit, and I'm like, well, We Fit's pretty good, and if you learn how to play like whoever you like to play, you're gonna become really good at them. And it's just
Yeah,
like not just me telling you what to do, but you researching your character and like kind of understanding like the kind of character they are,
yeah.
just because like there's, for example, like you said, range characters, or you know uh yeah, just like all these different kinds of characters. So yeah, man, that's cool, bro. I'm glad to hear about it, man. It's really cool to get to know you and know a little bit about your characters. I gotta say though, right now that I'm thinking about it, I would I would be like one of your friends that would just not want to play Smash anymore, and that's why I stopped playing Smash 4, because he's like a really good friend to me, and now he still is right now, but he would like grind and watch YouTube videos, and I'd be like, bro, I don't even watch videos on this game, and you're like whooping
Yeah.
me, and like I could win a set, but if I was really trying, and I've never been like that, so that's something that now, even as a like an adult, I'm still trying to like become more competitive. And so that's why I got these controllers. It's not just me putting my money somewhere, but I actually want to get better. And yeah, so yeah, I relate to your friends on that. And Pichu, I like him, but he's just like, I just don't like how he takes damage every time. So I like to play
That's
Pikachu right
yeah.
now. Right
That's
now,
everyone's
yeah.
thing.
Just because like, I don't know, I feel like with Pichu you have to be like really precise and accurate, because or else you're just taking damage for fun. But
That's what most people say. And that's why I say I click with him so well,
mm-hmm.
because to me, like someone put on Twitter, I see all these things on Twitter, like they do the tier list of hardest characters in the game,
Mm-hmm.
easiest characters in the game, hardest combos to do, and people always put Pichu as one of the hardest characters in the game, and I'm like, to me, it's not that hard. I stopped playing him, for I want to say a solid like 3 months, 2 months straight,
Mm-hmm.
because I wanted to practice my Sheik so bad. I wanted my Sheik to just be good. I went and I played Pichu, and my Pichu somehow got better without me even playing him.
Yeah.
And like I know that that's my character, and like
Yeah.
we just click, we flow together
Yeah.
so well.
No, yeah, I get that, because for me it was Lucas, and I love playing him. Like, and like I said, I've never been like super competitive until now. So now it's like when I search up like how to get better with him, but before, like, he would just like flow so well with me. And right now I like to play Terry as well, and Min Min. So those are just like
Nice.
my fun characters. But I'm trying to get like a top tier character, and that's why I picked Pikachu, just because like the same thing with me. I just like flow well with him, and I could pick like Cloud or something else, but I just suck with them. I
Yeah,
know some
I
people say that they're easy, but it's just not good with me.
yeah, I tried to pick up Joker recently for like 2 days straight. I played him, and then
Mm.
I can't do it. I don't know what it is with these top characters. They're just not fun for me. I think
Yeah.
the closest thing to a top character that I can play is
Mm.
Sora. And like
Oh,
even then,
yeah.
I don't know, Sora's not fun,
Not it.
especially like
Yeah.
offline. Like the only reason I play Sora is because I got so sick of running into these campy people online and not
Oh
knowing what
yeah.
to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna play Sora. And so I just like fire, fire,
Fire,
fire,
fire.
go off stage, Thundaga, jump back
Yeah,
on stage, Blizzaga, and then just like sit back and like, oh, they're coming at me. Let me just run them to the other side.
yeah, yeah. No,
Uh,
Sora's cool. Yeah, I'm just not like a. I never played those games, so I just it's a like for me it's another thing like that. Like if I just don't know the character, I'm probably not
yeah,
gonna play it, and that's why I picked up Terry. Because I love playing those Neo Geo games and stuff. So it was fun to pick him up, and that's why I picked Pikachu and Mario.
I
Yeah.
completely get that. Yeah. I used to be huge Pokemon fan as a kid.
Hmm.
So I think that's another reason me and Pichu just kind of like clicked together so
There
well.
you go, man. Yeah, that's cool, bro. Honestly, have you seen the Mario movie yet or no?
I haven't. I need to go watch it. Me
Dude,
and
you
my
have
girlfriend have
to.
plans to go see it at the drive-ins, but
Yeah.
it's just
Oh, you have
I don't have
drive-ins.
my yeah,
That's
well, all
cool.
the way in SAC is where I go
Oh,
to, but
okay.
I don't like going to the movie theaters. I prefer
Mm.
the drive-ins because they're cheaper
Oh, okay.
and you get to like I mean you're in your car and
Yeah,
so
no,
like
that's
it's
cool.
more like I guess personal.
Hmm. Well, I've been. We have a drive-in here in Madeira, but it's only open like during the summertime, and I've only been there one time. Really.
Okay.
Yeah, it's cool because it's much cooler. Like right here in the CenCal, it's like really hot during the summer.
Yeah.
But during that time, it's much more cooler and it's nice. I've been to one movie, but right now I have this thing called like the Regal Unlimited Pass. So pretty much I go to
Mm,
this theater as long as it's like a Regal theater. I get to watch any movie I want, like as many times
that's
as I
crazy.
want. Yeah, so I watched the Mario one, and actually that's when Salty gave me the controller. So it was like Friday. I just got these controllers, so yeah, I just have to play the game now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely practice with people who are better than you and you'll get better, I promise you.
Yeah. No, yeah, I wanna. That's why I wanna go to these tournaments now. Just to play with people that are better than me.
Yeah, the tournaments are definitely like I said, I started out that first tournament, I went 0-2.
Hmm.
Like solid 0-2. And then as I got better, 2019, 2020 were like my best years. And then when COVID hit, I kind of just could not play any like I don't play good on Wi-Fi. I don't like playing on Wi-Fi.
Oh, okay.
Pichu and Sheik, both my characters, they do terrible on Wi-Fi.
Mm.
And so I stopped playing for the longest time. And like I was playing Valorant. I played Guilty Gear Strive when that came out. I just couldn't do it. And but when I was practicing the game every day with my brother and like going to these tournaments, I went from going 0-2 to there was a Modesto monthly. I took ninth. I either took seventh or ninth out of like 90 people.
Damn.
So like it's crazy to go from 0-2 at a tournament with like 20 people to all of a sudden I'm taking seventh, ninth at a tournament with 90. Like
Yeah, that's
it's
awesome.
an insane feeling to get that improvement.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to get there. Just cause like I'm kind of like I would say I'm like you in the sense that I like to go to these tournaments even though I'm not gonna win, but I want to win. I want to feel
Yeah.
like the competitive spirit or like the edge. And I want to beat people that I thought I couldn't beat.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's definitely my goal for this year is just to like become better. Just because I haven't been there yet, and I just want to feel it. And now that I have my game controllers, I feel like I could really dive into it and give it my all. But
Yeah, definitely going to like those
yeah.
tournaments like Mania or Coliseum or Clash that like the main events in CenCal.
Hmm.
They're definitely good to go to because you'll have so much competition to play against. And then it gives you a really good idea of where you stand in the community as a whole.
Yeah.
Um, and then like playing friendlies, like always like playing friendlies is really good.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Thanks. Yeah, I mean, I already play because, like I said, I coach, so I play these kids. But it's like I don't want them to play me because like they're still learning, and I don't want to make them like feel bad or anything. So it's like I want them to play against each other, kind of rotate, and kind of give me their feedback on how they're feeling.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's cool. I mean, yeah. Hopefully, I get to go to that one the Mania one, and I'm gonna go to Cow House definitely. I don't know if you know, but Gamer Genesis sponsored it a little bit, which is where this podcast is gonna come out because it's
Yeah,
like the like my gamer thing that I have
like your
going on.
brand.
Yeah, yeah, there you go. And yeah, I just have to. I had this like spring break, I guess, so I didn't really do anything, but it's time to kick it back on and host tournaments again.
Perfect time too, because summer's coming around the corner, and so everyone's gonna be out of school, or like some people, like I know some people that literally quit their jobs just for the summer.
Oh wow,
So
really?
like, yeah, and so definitely summer's like the perfect time, because I mean everyone's gonna be out and about doing summer things, and like a lot of people, like at least in the
Yeah.
community, they're gonna people who weren't playing before are gonna come back to tournaments in the summer because
Yeah.
they want that competition. It's a perfect time.
Yeah, no, I'm actually planning this really big tournament, which is like way more. It's like what's that like phrase that you get? I forgot what the phrase is. Like I forgot what it is, but it's pretty much like I'm like too small to have this big tournament. So I'm currently like working like I'm getting partners. I don't know if you know the Guild House in San Jose.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to team up with them so they could help me run this tournament in in this uh in this carrier. So in March 18th, I went to this thing called the Carrier Con, and it was like a anime cosplay convention, and it was in my hometown of Alameda, which is where I'm from. So I wanted to host a Gamer Genesis tournament so bad, but they were like, it's. I found out in March, and it was in March 18th, so I was like, oh, it's a little too late for that, but for sure next time. And so I messaged them right after the event, just to be like, hey, I had this idea for next time. Let me know what you guys think. You can message me here or here. And then they got back to me. They were like, we're really interested, but what if we do like a regional? And I'm like, what? Like pretty much kind of like what Carnage is doing for the Cow House.
Yeah, yeah. Regionals are huge.
But we're doing this in a freaking boat, bro. It's crazy.
What?
And so I could share with you like the Star GG I made, but it's like first they want to see the numbers, right? If people are interested. And so that's why I'm teaming up with the Guild House, just because I feel like it's in the Bay Area. So if I ask CenCal people, they're like, well, it's in the Bay, so they don't know. And so if I get the Guild House in, I feel like we could for sure get like 1,000 people there.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah, so it's
Definitely.
like way more than what I asked for. I just wanted like a little room, have like 50 people
Yeah.
kind of, and just do my thing. But they were like, let's have like a regional. And so I'm still in the works with that. I made the Start GG, but I don't really want to like give it out to a lot of people, just because it's like it's not set in stone yet.
Yeah.
Like the date is good and everything is good, but like they can't promote it yet unless they get confirmation that they'll be like for sure like 500 people at least, because they're gonna
Yeah.
close down the museum. It's a museum, so they're gonna close it down to have a tournament. They want to make it worth their while.
Is that the picture? I think you were the one that posted the picture, right? And it looked like a
Oh
giant museum.
yeah, I was like, I think I said, how's this for a venue? And it
Yes.
was
Yes.
just like the inside of the bow with airplanes and everything. It's pretty
Yeah,
cool,
that's crazy.
honestly. So I want to have it in July. So during the summer is when I'm planning it. And yeah, I just hope it's I just need them to reply to me. They take so long to reply to me. Like I mean, they already did one time, but I replied right away, and it's like, bro, just give me someone's number so I could call them.
If I could
Yeah.
give you any advice as a TO, it's don't be afraid to ask for help.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah.
Because
I knew I couldn't do this by myself, and I was just like, I reached out to Danny too, but I feel like the distance is too much because he has to
yeah,
take all his gear. But I mean, as long as I have the guild house, I feel like I could tell Danny if he wants to take care of the FGC part of it.
yeah,
Just because I feel like that's what he does a lot more. So yeah, man.
that'd be good.
If I get any more info, I'll let you know, and hopefully you get to go out there. I mean, it's not that far
Yeah.
from Manteca, right? It's like an hour and a half, maybe.
In Alameda.
Or yeah, Alameda, the Bay Area.
Yeah, yeah. It should only be like an hour and a half for me.
Yeah, that's cool, man. This is so cool. Like you're not that far from me, so like when you think about it, it's just like we're all here, and that's what makes communities in general just like so cool, that you have people that you can relate to and like you connect over, like Smash, for example. In this
Yeah,
case,
I'm lucky. I'm like in the middle of everything.
yeah, dude. Yeah, especially there, it's pretty cool. But yeah, man, that's pretty much everything I had for you, bro. So yeah, I don't know if there's. I mean, if there's anything you want to say, tell the people about Manteca Mania, your stream, or anything, bro.
Um, if you want to follow me on Twitch, it's
Yeah.
FOODICORN, just same tag. But the biggest thing is come support Manteca Mania, April 29th,
Yes.
with the $50 Woody v Troubles first to five, which is gonna be insane. If you want, I could send you the
The
picture,
link.
like to like
Oh, the
flash
picture.
on the screen.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a graphic that Vision made, and it's like absolutely
Dude, yeah. I
insane. Like,
saw that. I was like, this is such a clean graphic.
yeah.
Yeah.
I asked him for a graphic, and I asked him for a graphic for the last one too, and he made it. But I
Mm.
was just blown away with like
This new
the
one, yeah.
the quality. Like the first one was cool, but this one is literally like insane. I just sent it to you. I'm sure you've already seen it, but
Yeah, yeah, no, I saw it. I was like in love with that one. I was literally thinking like, damn, bro, I need to hit this guy up for my things
yeah.
too.
Vision, CenCal's official graphic designer, absolute goat. Literally like makes the best stuff.
Yeah. No, that's sick, bro. For sure, I'll put it in the screen, and I'll put your socials in the description for sure.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, man. FOODICORN. It's been a pleasure, my friend. I hope you have a good time from now until Cow House and Manteca Mania. We have to grind definitely for that.
Yeah, I'll definitely see you at the Cow House. I'm gonna be there. I already have
I mean, there's a
that
lot
day
of
off.
crazy more like each time Carnage is just posting like more people coming. I think Louis Money is gonna be
Yeah,
there.
yeah, he is. He is. I'm gonna see him
So
again. I'm gonna be like, hey, you want a money match again?
he said, "No, friendlies are good." Or like, no, this time he's probably gonna be like, "Yeah,
Yeah,
I need my money now."
he's like, give me the $20.
Yeah, bro. Covered pretty much everything, man. Your Smash journey, it's really Smash related. But I did have some things that I guess if you want to look at them, um, we could talk about it. It's just like some I guess relevant news right now. So
Okay,
you want to take a look at that before we
I'm
go?
down.
We could close it with this. So I'll go ahead and share my screen. I'll share this one. Okay. Smoother video. Okay. There you go. Alrighty. You see this?
Yes.
All right, for surely. So I have
Right.
I have three things here. So this one is well, it says Logan Paul just kicked do you know these guys? Gideon.
I don't know who Gideon, but I definitely know Logan Paul.
Yeah, so this guy is like a African American can you see it still?
Yeah, I could see
Okay,
it.
cuz it's not showing up on mine. Okay, for sure. So this guy's just like a prankster, and he's kind of been like some of his pranks have been too much, or like, he's pretty funny. But some pranks are like too much, and then he's kind of like on the news sometimes. And pretty much it says here that Logan Paul kicked him out of his seat, but Logan Paul just tells him like, "Hey, bro, I'm not comfortable like you filming me or being on camera this whole time. Like, can you move?" So just tell me what you think about it, bro.
Because we don't feel like, and that's what you do want to switch seats with us, just because we don't feel like being live streamed already.
I can just sit there.
Or you move down this way.
I'm going to just sit here. I'll just switch. I'll just switch with Chris.
Not to fuck your shit up.
Huh?
Not to fuck your shit up.
No. I'm gonna just sit here. It's cool.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm chilling.
You promise? Promise, bro?
Chilling.
Promise?
I find this part funny.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. I just don't feel like being on camera all night.
I'm not mad.
You know?
I'm chilling.
Alright, thanks, bro. Sorry.
It's all good.
I'm sorry, bro.
It's all good. All right.
Okay, I definitely know that dude.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it. He moves seats, and yeah, so
I mean,
yeah. What do you think about that? So yeah. Go ahead. I'll let you talk.
I was gonna say, at least it was like
Nice
the way
about it,
the
right?
caption makes it. Yeah, the way the caption makes it sound is like Logan Paul
Being
was
a
like a
jerk.
dick to him, but they were
Yeah.
so like nice about it.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's just like, hey, bro, I'm not comfortable being on camera all night, which is what would have happened if he didn't tell him, right? But he asked
Yeah.
him nicely, like, hey, bro, and then he says not to mess your stuff up, which is, like making sure that he's cool with it, because, I mean, I think if Gideon said no, I mean, that would be kind of messed up, not respecting someone's wishes, I
Would have
guess.
been.
But I'm sure he would have just like probably. I mean, he's rich enough to probably move somewhere else too,
Yeah.
But yeah, I just feel like a lot of people are just making a big deal out of this. It's not like a big of a deal for someone for people to say this, like he kicked him out of his seat.
Yeah, it's probably one of those things where people like see like the headline and they're just like, well, that's the whole news. Like they're not reading the rest of the article.
Yeah, for sure. So that's just one thing. I don't know. This is like my first time trying this, kind of just like going over some stuff, and this is just what I could pick up. That's kind of like cool and interesting, and this is like, it's just interesting to see people kind of just hate on Logan Paul. Not that I like him, because I don't like him. For me, he's like a scammer and stuff, So
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the first one. Now this second one is pretty cool because it was about this UFC fighter named Israel Adesanya, I believe. That's how you say that. And pretty much he knocks out this, huh?
I was gonna say, is this the one that just happened?
Yeah. So
Okay,
I did not
think
keep
you
up
know
with
what
this
happens.
one, but I saw it and I was like, damn, bro, this is clean. Like the way he does, like you'll see right now, but it's pretty cool. And there's kind of like a backstory to a little part that happens afterwards, which I don't know if you've seen yet, but we'll see it together right now.
Okay.
All right, for sure, man. That's gonna be you, huh? Your next tournament.
Yeah.
This is the one that happened with Logan Paul.
This is where he points at his son.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my goodness! Wow! Oh my goodness!
Alexa Header did not
That's
respect the
He
power
kind of looks the
coming
guy
back
from
in his way. And he
Walking
paid
Dead, Shane.
He does, huh?
Or like the Punisher.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then this is pretty much like the other video, just
Really mock you.
The son.
Yeah.
his
I
kid.
think so.
There's
yeah.
a video of him falling right next to you.
Oh my
And that's why
God.
he does it.
He got him bad.
Oh my goodness!
And I don't know if this one shows it, but the kid was kind of crying. I feel bad for
Not really mock.
yeah, so that's pretty much like the only two things I had, but yeah, man, did you get to watch this live or no?
I didn't get to see it live, but I saw that ending part and I was just like blown away. See, personally, I like the I mean, I guess it can be considered disrespectful, but I like the rivalries and like I wish we had that more in Smash, like because in Melee they have that, but in Ultimate
yeah?
no one's
okay.
down to have like salty sweets is what they call them,
Mm.
where like they'll money match and it'll just be like straight like salt like they're just talking shit to each other and
Yeah.
like it just turns like overblows in like this actual match and like I forget what it was called or who the two players were called, but there was one at Apex 2015 and they asked the player, they're like, what do you think of your opponent, and he goes, easy money. And like it was just insane, like seeing stuff like that. It's hilarious to me.
Yeah.
And like I think it adds on to like the entertainment value.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
like to the actual set, and like that right there, I think it was crazy until the point where he points at the dude's son and then just
Yeah.
like falls over. See, that was messed up.
Yeah,
Because,
that's
like,
messed up, but I mean, I feel like if I was him, I would have done it too, just because.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know. People are saying like, wow, he's so immature, this and that, but it's like, I don't know. It's like his pride, you know. Some
Yeah,
even if it's a little kid, you know, like you teach him a lesson, I guess, like that, you know.
Yeah, you have a lot of like, especially like these people, like there's so much passion put into this, and like
Exactly.
it's just like an overflowing amount of emotion after you do
Especially
like
after
beat
a
someone
win.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how old the kid was. I didn't get to see the actual kid's like face or anything.
He looked like
But
probably 12.
yeah, see, then
So,
that's fine. But if it was like a little like 7-year-old kid, like
Yeah, yeah.
that would be so messed up if that's how
Yeah.
old the kid was. Because like I couldn't imagine being a 7-year-old kid, seeing your dad get knocked out, and then having this big old dude point at you and then mock him. Because like
yeah.
if you were a 7-year-old kid and you like see your dad like fall over, you probably think he's dead. You probably think you just saw your dad die. But I mean, if there's a 12-year-old kid, then like, I mean,
Like,
what are you
yeah.
gonna do? I think that's kind of funny then.
Yeah, I like I feel bad for the kid, but don't hate on this guy for winning, you know.
Yeah, but you know what?
Yeah.
That's gonna be the start of that kid's villain origin. He's
Right.
gonna grow up.
His villain
He's gonna
story
be
now.
like,
Oh crap, my water.
he's gonna be like, let's go, let's do this, let's
I
get in the
know.
ring.
He's like hustling right now, like Rocky, you know, with the Eye of the Tiger music in the
Yeah,
background.
literally.
No, yeah, I think I don't know if this is the guy that is into anime too. Like he does like poses like during his weigh-ins and stuff. Yeah, I think he does like he does like Naruto stuff, like, cause I know there's this one guy. Let me see, search up Naruto. Oh, you see, he has a Naruto tattoo.
Yeah.
I guess.
Oh, that's crazy.
What is that? What does it mean? I don't know. I think this guy is it.
He's a big
Forehead.
fan of anime. It said.
Yeah, like he does. I know he does like cool poses. Like, he did like a Rock Lee pose, I think. Let me see. You know Rock Lee
Yeah.
from Naruto? Yeah. Oh yeah, right here. Look at him right here.
Yeah, that's dope. That's pretty
yeah.
dope.
So yeah, it's really cool that he did the little arrow thing. That was pretty sick.
Yeah, I like that. It's like it makes you feel more like, makes your audience, your fans feel more connected to you as like a person.
Yeah.
It also
yeah.
brings in like another like group of fans too. Like if they
Yeah.
didn't already know about him, they're like, oh my god, this dude's cool.
Yeah, I mean that's what made me kind of like keep up with this guy, just because of he like anime. And I was like, what? Like
Yeah.
that's the first time you hear someone kind of openly say it, because for some people it could be like embarrassing or whatever. I
Yeah.
don't know. These guys are in a other level than us, but yeah, we probably don't care, but they care.
Definitely.
But yeah, man, that's all I had really. You know, this, I think Trump went to this. I don't know what you think about that.
I heard about that, yeah, and everyone
I
was
thought he was
like,
in
he does
jail.
not. They were like, he does not look at. Yeah, that's what I thought too. I was like, I thought he got arrested.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no. I mean, we could talk about that, but I don't know if you're into that.
No, yeah, that's kind of controversial. I feel like, but I'm
Yeah.
not a Trump fan. I'm not a.
No.
I used to be super into politics in high school, and I just like
Yeah.
I could not deal with it
That
anymore.
was-
It's
dude.
very heated.
Yeah, no, me too, because I mean, when I was in high school, that was when Trump was running for president, like for the first time. And
Yeah.
I just think Trump has a big mouth, you know? But I mean, I don't know, it's so weird right now, especially in the world we live in right now. I just think it's best to figure out what's best for yourself.
Exactly.
And not,
yeah,
and not
especially
focus
because
on other
like
things.
with these politicians and stuff, they are campaigning and doing all this stuff, and they make you feel like you have a vote.
Mhm.
And they want you, they're like talk about, oh, we need the young people's vote, we need your vote to like secure this. They don't need your vote. They don't need your vote, because as many people voted for Hillary that year in 2016,
Yeah.
what ended up happening, Trump got it because the electoral college, they override everything,
Right.
and that's how Trump won. Like
Right.
Hillary literally, like, she won the people's vote, but because the electoral college exists, like
Mhm.
Trump
it
got
went
it.
towards Trump just because. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we could have a whole conversation about this. You ready or what?
I maybe we save that for the next one, but
Yeah, for
that's
sure,
because
'cause-
that's a whole other can of worms. I feel like.
Yeah, definitely, because I remember that went down, and yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I
I
was
don't know.
so
The
mad
rules are
about
the
it.
rules, but it's like I thought it was like democracy or whatever. You know, like we brag
Yeah,
about that.
they
And then
definitely it's
for
a fake
the
democracy for sure.
yeah. Anyways, yeah, bro. That's all I had. But I'm definitely down to have you after Manteca Mania or any time in the future. Maybe next
Yeah,
time I go there. We could do it there or something. I don't know.
for
Just the
sure.
possibilities are endless. But it was a pleasure, meeting you, getting to know you
Yeah,
and
definitely.
stuff. Yeah, I can't wait to go. You know what? I think I'm gonna go for sure.
All
I
right.
have to. I want to, man.
I hope to see you. I'll definitely see you at Cow House, but I hope to see you at Mania for sure.
Yeah, man. I want to go up there and maybe after you could tell me like what's a good place to go around there.
Yeah, yeah, I know
Because
a
I
ton of good
always
food places.
when I go there, I just pass by Manteca because I go down I forgot what interstate that is, but I come to the 99 and then I just come down. Um,
Probably the 120.
yeah, so that like where you go through Tracy and all that, like Dublin,
Yeah,
Pleasanton, and then I just come straight down the 99, and I always just pass by Manteca. So maybe next time I go, there's something cool to do
yeah, yeah.
besides the
There's
tournament.
definitely the venue itself definitely has a lot to do.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna go. I'm gonna take my Yu-Gi-Oh cards with me.
It's good. Yeah,
You should have
they
a side
sell
event,
cards.
dude.
That's what everyone has told me. It's Yu-Gi-Oh side event, a Yu-Gi-Oh side event. But I talked to the venue owner about it, and he is down to host a side
Hmm.
bracket. But I guess there's someone in the area who, and I'm not into Yu-Gi-Oh like that. Like I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh when I was a kid,
Yeah.
but I guess there's some Yu-Gi-Oh player in the area who is extremely toxic, and he was like, "You
Oh,
can."
for real?
Yeah, he was like, "You can host a side bracket for Yu-Gi-Oh if you want." He was like, "But there's a reason we don't do them here." He was like, "There's this
That
player."
sucks.
He was like, "You might have heard of him before." I think he said their name, but I can't remember. And he was like, "They are just not a good person. They're just like the meanest, most like evil person."
Wow.
Yeah.
No, that's what sucks about Alameda. And I talked about this all the time, but it's like there used to be a card shop, and they did Dungeons and Dragons, Magic, and Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh. But they would always get like broken into, and they would steal all of their Yu-Gi-Oh cards, like only Yu-Gi-Oh. And so like they stopped having it, and like growing up, like it sucked, bro. I could not play with anyone, or it was just like me and my two other friends just playing Yu-Gi-Oh, you know?
Yeah, that's how it was for
And
me.
yeah, it kind of sounds like the same over there. That guy probably moved from Alameda to there.
Yeah,
It's probably the same guy.
The Yu-Gi-Oh community, I guess, just it creates toxic people. I guess I don't know.
It's weird because it's definitely because I went to a big event this past weekend, and it's like it was super fun. It's like the 250th YCS, which is like a big tournament,
Hmm.
and it was definitely fun. I got to meet a lot of like people I watch on YouTube, so it was cool like getting my stuff signed by them, by like the voice actors and stuff. But really, there's only one person I know here in Fresno that is just like a jerk. Like he's like you can't like you win and then he's like sour about it, and then he beats you and he like treats you like crap. So it's like, okay, when are you gonna be nice to me? I don't
Yeah.
know. um but he's really the only one I know, and like all my other friends that play Yu-Gi-Oh, like they're really nice. And yeah, I don't know about like breaking in and stuff
Hmm.
over here, like as far as like robberies go for Yu-Gi-Oh, but I haven't heard a lot about it. But yeah, man, I don't know, I'm kind of scared now. I mean, I have a competitive deck, but it's not like a meta, so
If you come to
yeah.
Mania with your Yu-Gi-Oh deck, I'll bring my Six Samurai deck for sure.
Oh, let's go Six Samurai, bro. I'm gonna get whooped. You guys have like good support for that, so
Yeah,
that's
I
good.
have all the. I don't think I have the complete deck, but I have like the synchro. I have the three XCs, the Shadow, the Six Samurai,
Yeah,
and then I have another one. I forgot what it was. I have a whole
for
giant
sure,
deck
man.
full of Six Samurai cards.
No, that's cool, bro. And if I lose my bracket early, I'll hit you up. Be like, hey, bro, let's get
It's
a little
good.
side door going, a
It's
little money
good. Yeah.
match.
Yeah, another money match on
Another,
stream.
yeah. No, that it'll be fun, definitely. And I mean, I'm probably just gonna, even if you don't take yours, I'm just gonna go because it's a card shop. You don't get to see what if they have
Yeah.
singles or something. I don't know.
Yeah, they have a giant selection of like every like when you go in, you'll see it's a big store. Like
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Yeah, the one I want to go to in Modesto is called Area 51. I don't know if
I
you've
don't think
heard
I've
of
heard
it.
of that one.
Yeah, there's that one, and then another one called Simply Unlucky.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just. I feel like they have much nicer card shops over there. Over here, there's like one that's like super janky. It just feels dirty. So, yeah.
That's good to know though about those ones in Modesto because I actually a little like insider knowledge. So Manteca Mania is not an end goal. Like that's
Mhm.
just the beginning in a series of things I want to do. So like
Yeah.
obviously Carnage hosts CenCal Clash and he has Friday Night Carnage and he has like a hand in so many tournaments like Coliseum and all that. And
Yeah.
so I have Mania right now, but I want to grow past Mania and I want to like keep Mania going for a long time.
Yeah, yeah.
But I want to have other locals that I host as well. Like I want to do one in Modesto eventually. Um and like in general, I just kind of like I don't want to be exactly like Carnage, but I want to be able to go around and host several different locals that are under my name.
Yeah.
And maybe if they're not under my name, maybe it's other people and they want help and I can help them. Because like I
Yeah,
said, I
yeah.
am gonna build a collection of monitors and all that stuff, and maybe I can be a second source of setups and a stream setup and all that for people.
Exactly. No, definitely, bro. And yeah, I mean that's pretty much the same for me. You know, for me, I've been into like sneaker culture, like reselling and stuff, and I did auto detailing and all these like different things. And when I finally like became when I finally moved to Madeira, I wanted my gaming setup. So I'm like, I gotta make that. So I bought all this stuff. And then I became an esports coach, and then I was just like, well, everything is like pointing me towards esports. Like, why am I going to be, reselling sneakers or detailing
Yeah.
cars? And so I'm like, well, let me like double down on this. And so I created Gamer Genesis because I wanted to kind of give more to my community here in Madeira, just because Fresno does have a lot of things, but I'm this kind of person that like you don't have to go anywhere, guys. Just stay in Madeira, and we have awesome tournaments and awesome things going on here too. So that's like my vision and my goal. But I mean, at the same time, I'm not gonna be like ignorant and not grow out of Madeira. So like the goal is to have like Madeira as like my base, I guess, and then expand to the Bay Area, which is where I'm from, and hopefully one day I want to move back there. But yeah, man, my goal is like a esports venue. So it's
Literally same.
yeah. So that's my thing, and we're in it together. Let's
Yeah.
support each other, and we'll be there for sure, man. I mean, especially esports is such a big thing now. So
Yeah, it's huge and it's
Yeah.
only growing more. Especially
Yeah.
like and now that like all of those big esports teams like CLG and like just all these different esports teams
Yeah.
like T1 even like dropping Leo and like all
yeah,
these esports teams are like collapsing
Crumbling.
in on themselves.
Yeah, it's weird.
Like,
I
it's
don't get it.
very the whole community is going to be very reliant on these grassroots communities now.
Yeah, it's so weird. Like, I mean, I know we're in a recession, but I mean, getting rid of MK, it's like, what are you doing, bro?
Yeah,
like-
that's crazy.
Yeah, I
Like
mean,
even FaZe is dying right now.
yeah, I think it's just like a lack of good management, because you have all these like cool, like for example, FaZe is like cool, right? But it's not cool that you're losing your business. And I think it's just like they probably didn't manage their money well or something. So,
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, it's weird because you think that they would be successful, but
Especially
I don't
like Beyond the Summit. Beyond the Summit confuses me a little bit because like I understand they're shutting down due to like monetary issues, like they lost
exactly.
money. But what blows me away is to be a VIP at Summit, you need to pay $1,000 for your ticket.
Mm-hmm.
And to top it off, to vote people in, you need to pay $5 for a voting pass. Plus, you have all of these people buying all this merch, especially because this was the last summit.
Yeah.
I'm just curious, where did all of that money go? Like,
Yeah.
I'm just confused. Like, part of the announcement, because the announcement came out before summit actually happened,
Yeah.
and they were
Yeah.
like, oh,
I
well,
saw that.
they were like, we have the money to keep these contracts going up until the end of this last summit, but we're going to be closing down. But I'm just curious, all of that money that went into that last summit, where did it go?
I'm
Like,
telling you, bro. It's like I think it's bad management. It's like they get this money and they probably spend it instead of like putting a percent of it on the side.
Yeah.
But honestly, what I truly think about them closing it down is that they're gonna have a comeback thing. Honestly, I don't think it's
so
a big
too.
deal. I think they're just like, oh, we're gonna go, and like everybody's sad about it. I mean, I am sad about it because it's such a fun event. You know, you vote for your favorite players to get there, and I mean, I was part of the CenCal summit, and it was super fun to be a part of it. So that's why I feel like kind of like I guess I relate to the Beyond the Summit, but I think they're just gonna have a comeback thing. It's nothing, honestly. That's what I think.
100%. That's what I've been thinking as well. Because
Just
it's like, how do you go from we have no money, but we have enough money to pay our employees until this last summit, to this last summit got so much hype behind it because it was the
Exactly.
last summit that they got so much money. There's no way you just don't host another one after that.
Yeah.
Like, that has to be like their comeback story right there. Like, oh yeah, we said this is the last summit, but you guys supported us so much. We're gonna be able to keep going.
Like give it 2 years or something, because they're probably for sure not gonna have one next year. But the year after that, they're gonna be like, and we're back. Your favorite
Literally.
players like MKLeo, Tweak, this and that.
Because
and
it's not even like Beyond the Summit, they host more than Smash summits.
exactly.
They do summits for other games. So I'm like, where does all this money just go?
Yeah.
It can't just disappear.
Like, why do you draw the line with Smash when it's profitable to you?
Yeah, exactly.
I just that's what I thought. I was like, bro, this is so dumb. Like, why do you have to make people? I feel like if it is what I think, then it's kind of messed up because you made people kind of like spend.
No, it is. It really is.
Overspend for this. But yeah, I mean, I hope it comes back, but at the same time, I hope it was like sincere. You know?
Yeah, I hope if they do come back, they come back better and they don't. It's not like managed poorly, and I hope that they're able to fix whatever issues went like and happened at this last run that they had.
Yeah. Yeah, man, it's gonna be cool, bro. I can't wait to like this whole thing, just like telling each other goals and stuff, and seeing how we make it happen. You know, like there's a place down the street from my house right now, and it's for sale. It's like expensive, but I'm like, damn, that could be like a really nice venue. It's close to the high school, you know, and it's like perfect, but it's like I don't got the money, bro. And it's just
same.
It's like a lot of things like that, but that's why we just start small like this and take it one step at a time.
Exactly.
Yeah, so we just got to keep grinding it, bro. Keep what's it called? What's the word? Like keep doing the tournaments. Don't stop. Consistency. Because as soon as you stop, you kind of become like not relevant, and then it's like hard to come back unless you know a lot of people that make it easier for you. But yeah, I mean, luckily you have. I mean, you know me, you know Carnage. You know we're always down to support and help you out.
Yeah, that's one thing I like about CenCal is I feel like we're all in it together.
Yeah, man, and yeah, I wanted like an esports arena, but kind of like expand into like card games and stuff, because that's what I like to do too. So not just video games, but like TCG, and who knows, bro, we could do a lot of stuff with that.
My goal is like one of those like computer cafes, like an esports arena.
Exactly.
But
there you go.
I don't know if you've seen the ones in like South Korea or Japan. Those ones are successful. To me, at least, I think they're successful not because of the computers and letting people come play, but those people have like the good ones. They have like chefs, like they cook.
Yeah.
They or like in Sacramento. There's this place. There's a tournament called Fire and Ice.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure it's Fire and Ice. And I don't know what the venue itself is called, but you can order food while you're there. They have a whole bar.
Yeah, that's kind of like the HyperX Arena in Vegas. I don't know if you've been there, but I was there in December, and that's where I really got like the vision of what I wanted.
Yeah.
Just like
That's
like
that's
that.
what you need to succeed, is just more than just computers and monitors and like consoles.
Yeah, and I mean, and more than anything, just like the community, that's coming
Exactly.
down to support. And yeah, man, that's cool, bro. Um, yeah, man, that's it.
All right, for sure.
Yeah, bro, thank you again. I really do appreciate you taking your time to do this. And I mean, I started recording a little bit before, but it says here that we've been going like for 2 hours already. So it's been a good chat, honestly. And
Yeah, I appreciate you having me on.
yeah, man, thank you.
Last thing I gotta say is just come to Manteca Mania.